Well, the cows have pretty much run out of grass in their summer pasture. So we're gonna go ahead and move them to the other side over here of the hayfield one last time. So we're planning on cutting hay next week, and then we're gonna turn them loose onto the front hayfield, and that's where they'll stay all winter. And they need a little bit of grass to hold them over until then. So let's go get them. Come on, cows, let's go. Here they come. Come on, cows. The donkeys went in on the action this time. Come on, cows. Come on, cows. Come on, cows. Let's go. Good girls. Keep going. Come on. Come on. Let's keep going. Nope, don't stray to the right hand or the left. Come on. Good girls. Mr. Winchester did not lag this time like he did last time. There you go, buddy. Come get you some of that good grass. What's up, buddy? There you go.
Hey, Savannah, can you get a carrot?
Good job. Good job.
Good girl.
Good job, Felicity. This hay string works good. Actually works better than the electric wire because it's a lot more visible. Makes it easier for them to see. Some good grass, ain't it, buddy? Hey there, mama piggies. What's up, buddy? Hmm? Hey, mama. So it's been a little bit of a sad week for the piggies. One of them got sat on, the little runt. Mama sat on the runt and killed it, unfortunately. And then this little guy right back here with the black with the white face, he is actually doing a lot better, but he got bit by one of the females. And I'm not sure if it was his mama or the one next to him, if he got over in the pen with her, we're not sure. But he got bit like over top of the head, and it was right underneath his eyes and his jaw that had nasty gashes, and they were both bleeding real bad. He was barely moving, and we were pretty certain we were going to lose him. We took him out, and he's limping too. He's limping pretty bad on his front feet. So we took him out, we cleaned him all up, doctored him up, got some antibiotic ointment on him, And I didn't have any blue coat at the time, or I would have put that on it. But we doctored him up and then put some Vaseline over top of that, hoping to try to keep some of the dirt out. Gave him a shot of, wasn't penicillin, but it was like LA200 or something like that. And did that for a couple days. And it's been about 4 or 5 days now, and he seems to be doing a little bit better. So we were certain we were going to lose him, and he's been doing pretty good. So hopefully he'll be okay. What you got?
Snails.
Good sized snails, ain't they?
Mm-hmm. There's 2 of them.
Cool. And then I shared it in a short, but this mama had her piggies right the night after the storm came through. And these little rascals are bigger than the older ones over here. And they're all doing good. There weren't as many of them, and maybe that's why they're bigger. But they are all so far doing good. Now they will probably have a bad day here in about 2 weeks. We're going to go ahead and castrate all the males and try to get it done while they're young. It seems to be a lot easier when they're littler and they can bounce back a lot quicker. Next thing on our agenda for today, changing the radiator fluid in the tractor. I'm not sure if they did this on the 50-hour service or not, just because of I'm not sure what all got done at all, but that did the trick. That opened up the gates. Ugh. That looks weak. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and take this off. How does this hook up? Oh, it slides out. Okay. That's pretty nasty looking inside there. Looks like yellow Gatorade or something. I don't know. It's disgusting. There's rust in there. Oh yeah, that's nasty coming out of there. Look at that. Ugh. Flush this bad boy out real good. Well, this looks like a perfect time to give a shameless plug to our friends over at Super Clean. I'm gonna spray some of this stuff in the bottom of here. Super Clean is awesome. Okay, like it is one of very few products I've found in my life that actually work like they say they're gonna work. Talk about the perfect cleaner for tractor parts or anything, or degreasing or anything. Like, you don't even have to do any work. You spray it on and all the grease and grime just run off. It's amazing. Just spray it on there and let it sit for a few minutes. Not even a few minutes, just 30 or 45 seconds. And like inside, I sprayed it, and it's already cut all that rust and junk loose in there that didn't come out with whenever I dumped it. So all that grease just wipes right off. Grab that hose for me, bud, please. It's been on there about 30-40 seconds. Spray it right off. This is some good stuff. Looks like a brand new one. I'll give you another good example. So you can use either. They've got the aerosol version and they've got the regular version. Both work great. Grease. I'll spray that one. I'll spray this one. It like foams up. And watch that grease just bead off. After you let it sit for a minute, there's no scrubbing, nothing. It literally just washes right off. Now sometimes if the grease is super thick, you'll want to apply a second coat just to get some of that stuff right there. But like you can see, this washer is pretty clean. And even this stuff, I mean, it's thick grease that leaks out of here. So if you want to wipe the bulk of it off like that, then you can spray the super clean on and let it do its thing for a minute. It'll come right off. I've gotten a lot pickier about the products I've promoted on our channel, and I want to make sure they're top-notch products. Super Clean makes the cut every time. So if you have never used Super Clean, go try it out, man. It is one of the best, if not the best, cleaner and degreaser that you're going to find on the market. And it works on the farm, works inside in the house. If you want to clean your stove, you got tough grease and grime on some old dishes that you're wanting to try to clean up, anything, it works great on. So go check out superclean.com for a list of all the locations that you can buy it. I know for a fact you can buy it in Lowe's, Advance Auto, Tractor Supply, a lot of the big box stores like that. So go get you some, you won't regret it. All right, we're gonna let it cool for a few minutes and we'll flush it one more time and we should be good to go. Yeah, that loosened up some more junk in there. Or flushed out the water pump or whatever was holding this stuff. It's like nasty orange. All right, let me pop the cap. Ugh. Wow. So our water here has a lot of minerals in it. So I'm going to probably dilute this with some bottled water. I'm not sure the capacity, so I'm just going to kind of alternate half and half until I get it filled up. Now it might be a little heavy on the antifreeze side of things, but once I run it, it's going to go down some and I'll add a little bit more water. That should be about 50-50. All right, clear?
Yep.
Hands are clear? All right. We'll be good to go. Tractor's ready to cut hay. All right, next thing we're gonna do is get our baler ready, pull it out. I'm gonna get this tire pumped up, and I gotta get new twine threaded through all the needles and everything. That's the one good thing about having cats, if there is a good thing, is I don't have to worry about rats and mice like I used to. They were terrible inside here. All right, so this is the twine we're going to be using. It's the BT130. I forget what this was. This was the 130, okay. But so this stuff worked really good. The other string that I took out of here is that thinner stuff that we use to move the cows out there, actually. That stuff's too thin. It's not strong enough to hold hay very well, and it cuts in your hands big time. This is where it's at. This stuff's good. Get all this opened up. So this is the end. It just comes with the doodad that shows you how to loop them together and all that good stuff. I'm just going to tie this on. Just a simple little knot. Pull this through. Just like that. All right, so this is where it comes out of there. So then we'll pull it down through here. This is a little string tensioner deal. Okay, that's going to go down through this hole, right down here. I'm going to move this up to get it out of the way. So pull him down, just like so. It comes down to here, into this little eye. I'm going to pull it through from over here. So that's the eye over there we just pulled through. It comes into this eye and then up through the needle. And then that's where it goes up into the bale up there. So, but for the first time, this is going to end up, because this is up in the knotters, we're going to cut all this loose. We're going to run it through the needles, and those needles, you know, go up in there, pull back or whatever, but then we just bring the string and we tie it right around, right back here, so it's in line. And that is going to help keep it in the needle for the first bale. So the first bale may or may not tie right, but then after that they'll all tie once it's threaded. But that threading it through that needle eye and tying it off right back here onto this frame where the needles are will help it to stay threaded. All right, we're through the needle. I can go ahead and cut my splice off. And tie this off. One down, one to go. Right up here is where that string comes. So I can grab it right down in here and pull this up where I just cut it off, and I'll get all that cut out of there. I might even cycle the thing around just so it will let loose of all that. And that way it's nice and clear. Now, I am not an expert in hay equipment. I'll be the first to tell you right now. We had to learn everything the hard way about hay. I didn't have anybody around here that cut hay or square bales. Watch your head, bud. And you know, we watched videos online the best we could, but there weren't tons of detailed videos on how to do a lot of this stuff. And I was having problems with my baler. I might have made a mention of it. I might have made a video of that. It was a couple years ago. I was having problems with the bales not tying right and not cutting, and it was very, very annoying. And I took it and dropped it off at an equipment repair place, and it sat there for several months before I finally got tired of waiting. And they had no idea when they were even going to get to look at it. So I just picked it up and brought it home and started tearing it apart and looking at it and trying to figure out how that worked. Turned out the knives were dull. Once I got those knives sharpened up down here, that thing's been working like a charm ever since. Now, cutting hay is a lot of fun and challenging all at the same time. As crazy as that sounds, I love it, enjoy it, but it's also very stressful. Because you're trying to get good weather. You're hoping all your equipment don't malfunction while you're doing it, because you got one shot at making hay, you know. Now, this is an old baler, but I love this thing. It has served us well. It's got some rust down in here, like where one of the hay bales sat in here for quite some time and didn't get washed out and such. But I'm hoping to, I don't know if I'm gonna get to it this winter. I've said it for the last year or so. I want to strip all this equipment down, repaint it, and kind of get it somewhat restored back to a good condition, you know. It still works great. The rust is just mostly surface. It's still very, very solid sides, so it's not like anything that's affecting the workings of it. But it's simple, and that's the best part, because I'm not a mechanically inclined person, so I need something that's easy to work on. Well, the sun is finally coming out, and there's only one more thing I want to get done today, and that is breaking up our fall garden. The grass and the weeds have pretty much taken over. I laid a tarp out before the storm and started killing the grass off, which you can see on the far end down there. But after the storm, I just kind of gave up on it, and just had my son cut it with the mower, and I'm gonna go ahead and break the ground up. That way it can be getting ready for planting here in a few weeks. Well, we got a lot accomplished today. We got a lot of stuff checked off of our to-do list, and that's a good feeling. And the garden, that'll be ready to plant. I said a couple weeks. It's probably going to be about a week or so. We'll be planting a lot of our fall and winter crop in there, so that'll be pretty cool. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Today is Katie and mine's 17th wedding anniversary, and we celebrated last night. I took Katie out on a boat into the Gulf, and we went out to an island out there, just a deserted island, and has a nice beach. And took our Coleman stove, and we skillet group fried some steaks and had some sides to go along with it. Had supper out there on the island and just kind of chilled for a little bit. It was a lot of fun. So, but I think we're going to go and call it an early evening and go in and see if we can't find something else special to do for anniversary. So thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next time.